Welcome to another podcast. My name is Dr. Jason Wiggins, and I am your Generation Z and Millennial expert. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody is having an awesome start to the week. Yes, it is Monday. It is time to have a great 4 days remaining of the work week. I always said that the great thing about Monday is you always have 5 days of employment to look forward to until I was let go on a Monday. On my last position, as I mentioned in previous podcasts, we had a merger and I was let go on a Monday because of the downsizing. So anyhow, that is just plain fact. But you know what? On most occasions, everybody usually gets to look forward to 5 days of employment. So there you have it. Welcome. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. Today's date is February 22nd, 2021, which means next year at this time will be 2-2-2-2. So something to think about next year. And how often will that happen? Well, it won't happen again till 22-22. And if you're around to see that, then must be really, really nice to have that sort of longevity. Anyhow, we do have a great podcast today. Today, we're going to talk specifically about 8 habits that will help you become the best version of yourself. We always talk about success and how to do it, but how do you become successful? How do you do it? What is the backdrop? What is the training that you have to become successful? Well, you have to have habits. You have to have ways that you can mold yourself and things you do on a daily basis that will help you ultimately achieve success and your goals while knocking out the toxicity in your life. And there's good habits, and of course, there's bad habits. And the good habits need to be something that is working towards a positive outlook overall. So I've had some habits that I've used, and I think they work very well. And sometimes I'm very good at them, and sometimes I'm not. So, the point is to try to be your best self. And to do that, you have to have the right mindset. So the 8 habits that I personally utilize is basically start in the morning. Every morning, I make a list of the 3 most important things I have to do for the day that will make the largest impact. This helps to cut out the noise and forces within your schedule so you can prioritize. So, for example, the top things on my list today were basically to train an individual. That's number 1. Number 2 was to make sure that the rental side of our business had the right structure, had the right equipment, and to make sure that we weren't going to miss out on anything. And last but not least was to make sure that we are on target for our budget and sales number as a collective group. So make a list of the most important things that you can do. And a lot of times, the most important people within an organization will spend an hour or 2 in the morning just going over their thoughts, their goals, and writing them down. So number 2 is wake up early. You've heard the saying, the early bird gets the worm. The early bird gets the worm, meaning when you get up early, you've had a good night's rest, you can start the day and make sure that you're achieving the success that you desire. And that means we have all our life to sleep in, so why not make sure while you're young, you're exuberant, you're a Gen Z, you're a millennial, you've got the energy, you've got the drive. Therefore, there's no reason to sleep in and make sure that you have the opportunity to be successful. Now, one of the things I will admit, growing up and being young, I wasted a lot of my time. I wasted a lot of my time by going out, having too much fun. Back in the day when I was drinking and partying, yes, I was young. I used to do those kind of things. And that probably set me back 5 years. I mean, the reality is when you party, you drink, you tend to stay up late, and that means you get up late. And now, I guess, being in my mid 40s, I go to bed early, I get up early, but I also get more stuff done. So that is number 2. And number 3 is try to learn at least one new thing a day. It could be a list of new habits, new languages, but push yourself to grow every single day. Like, for example, if I was learning something today, I would basically go and get on YouTube and find something that I don't know much about. Or maybe I know something about it, but I want to sharpen my tools and make sure that I can enhance my ability to understand. And when I'm teaching classes, if it's economics or finance or accounting or leadership, I always try to find new ways and new insightful ways to look at things to learn that. And that's really important. So learning one new thing a day is number 3. Number 4, if you're a thought leader or you're in a leadership position or you like to learn about leadership or you're a servant of leadership, watch somebody on YouTube every week. Maybe you can find somebody that has great ideas, because again, YouTube is a great learning tool to find ideas, or if you like reading, read a new book, on a weekly basis, or listen to podcasts on a weekly basis. Whatever it may be, find something that is interesting to you and enables you to learn as well. Number 4 is, find something that is healthy. Like in the morning, drink a green smoothie. Why do you say a green smoothie? Because you can incorporate your vegetables, your fruits into one healthy drink. It's a lot better than trying to chew vegetables or munch on fruit. It's also an awesome way to get your vegetables and fruit servings every day. I try to do it as much as I can. It's a great daily habit. And overall, it's something that, for example, a pro tip I like to mention is freeze your fruits and vegetables. They will ultimately last longer. And number 6, very important one, work out in the morning. Plain and simple, it is so effective and it's so yummy. I shouldn't say it's yummy, but you feel good and you feel like you're rejuvenated. Your energy will be much better for the rest of the day, and your health will also be better for it. I try to run or do a fast walk in the morning or do some light weights. I'm not at the point in my life anymore where I'm lifting heavy. You just need to make sure whatever you do something to give you a healthy heart, to make sure your bones and your muscles are exercised. So it's important to work out in the morning. Number 7 is practice gratitude. If it's in the morning or afternoon or night, tell yourself 3 things that you're grateful for during the day. It will make you feel happy. Another way of doing it is write it down on Post-it notes and put it in like a big jar. So anytime you're feeling down or you're just not feeling good, put your hand in that jar and go, That's right. I am thankful for this. This has happened in my life. And I've got a great name I like to call it. It's called the Jar of Awesomeness. And I used to do this for in a leadership position. I would basically have a gratitude jar. So anytime one of my employees did something very good, I would put a note in the jar. And then during the meeting, we would have a drawing. And whoever's name with what they did was pulled out of the jar, they would get a gift card at either their favorite restaurant or whatnot. It's just a great way to show your appreciation and practicing gratitude. So, and the last but not least is number 8, build a feel good crew. What does that mean? Build a feel good crew. Well, it means spend time with your family and friends that lift you up, that raise you, that get you excited, that make you feel good about your success. But if you have somebody negative in your life, and I'm sure you do, we all have those individuals in our life, you need to either silence them or move in a direction where they're not being a toxic part of your life. Don't spend time with them. Get that toxicity out of your life. Be around people that raise you up. Think about the people that have mentored you or you've mentored. Why have you been a good mentee and why have you been a good mentor? Because they're willing to listen. They're willing to raise you up. They're willing to take it to the next level. And those are the people that you want to spend your life with. So we talked about the 8 powerful habits that will help you become the best version of yourself. And what is the best version of yourself? What do you think the best version is of yourself? The best version is the person that you inspire to be because you're willing to do the work. You're willing to do the daily grind. You're willing to find ways to improve yourself. An important part of being successful and laying the groundwork is to try to be the best version of ourselves. We all have things and barriers that will get in our way. Why is that? Because the barriers are always something that's always going to be there. And when those barriers are there, you have to figure out how to hurdle them. And hurdling them means you have to train. And train means you have to utilize those daily habits that we talked about. And maybe you have your own daily habits that will help you get through the daily grind and be successful. So the important part is to gain and share your knowledge, empower people to learn from others, and better understand the world. These are the great things that we have the opportunity to do. One of the ways that we can learn is we have the computer right in front of us. The computer can be good and bad, but anything you want to learn, anything you strive for, you can find it on the internet. You can research it. You can learn. We have the greatest learning tool at our fingertips. And I, as part of my gratitude, am very thankful for it. Also, what am I thankful for? I am thankful for you as a listener. You guys have been great. The ideas that you guys have talked about, the emails that I've received, it feels really good to know that we're making an impact on everybody or most people that are listening out there. So again, I want to thank you for your listenership. We're definitely I think we're about 107 episodes now and going strong, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. As I mentioned, it's usually a Monday through Thursday podcast. Usually Fridays are pretty busy wrapping up the week and with the family. So unfortunately, I don't get a chance to do the podcast on Friday, but there will be a few Fridays here and there. We will definitely be on the air. I would like to mention, if you're interested, I do have a book out there on Amazon. It's about specifically millennial leadership. And the book is called Millennial Leadership, everything you need to know how to understand, retain, and motivate Gen Y leaders. And that's by myself, Dr. Jason Wiggins. So that's just a quick plug for the book. And if you'd like to get a hold of me via email, you can get a hold of me at jason@jwigginsconsulting.com or via our website, genzandmillennialexpert.com, or you can also find us on Instagram and Twitter as well. So again, if it's in the morning, afternoon, or night, be safe, take care, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.